You know, the idea is that in any major or simple pitch, this is not the opportunity to sell the client for the most part. Is not this is will lead to further discussions that you'll come to contract terms, meaning that while you'll have their attention from anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, and it has the opportunity for you to pique their interest, pique their interest. Now, and and it's this is whether or not you realize this or not. This practice has enormous benefits, enormous benefits, because you really never know where you'll meet people that you can engage with. But and we'll create a setting that you can talk with. Okay.
I got it.
Okay, so let's look at it this way. Now we're gonna take it. This is a dinner party. We're at a dinner party, and there are cocktails, and there are lots of people, and people that know people, and people that don't know people. So consequently, you'll have an opportunity, probably about 30 to 90 seconds, maybe longer, to share what you do in a way that provokes their interest. Now, the last thing you want to do is to be mundane or boring, and monotone. Well, I have a small enterprise, and I work down the road. And it's not precise in your engagements. That is not the way that you carry. And look at it this way: if you're not excited, you can't expect your client potentially to be excited. And if you don't show enthusiasm, I'm gonna tell you, or passion, because passion sells. It's just like let's look at it this way. It's like hiring a lawyer. You talk to a lawyer on a case that you need real legal advice, and they say to you, and once you've described, look at it this way, yeah. Once you've described your case, and the lawyer says, well, I don't know if I can do anything with that. I, that's not a case that we work with. The last thing, and that may be the last time you talk to them. So the legal prospect is the best way to go. Because I mean, a lawyer, you think about it, likes to deal with cases that they could get excited about. They could get excited, man. That will look good on my legal per case. I could really do some real good things with that. So I'm sharing that with you from the standpoint that you really need to show excitement, enthusiasm, eye contact, and you need to show passion about what you do. Passion is very important. Let's just look at it, and we'll go around the room, and and I'm not going to put you under pressure, but understanding this, the way you present is the way that your potential client will respond. And even if you're above their head with your enthusiasm, you could really get great response.
And Nico, if you can give us some video tips on how to look good on video, that would be great. And also tell us about what you do. Before we start the pitch competition.
And I share this with you. And any comical versions of what you do is added value. I had a good friend of mine, and I played ball, semi-pro, but and my friend he played with us on a league, and he worked in construction. He worked in construction, but he had an incredible way of looking at what he did. He said, and he was a grunt construction worker. I said, so his name was Art. I said, so what do you do, Art? He said, and I quote, I build America from the ground up. I'm building America from the ground up. He was in construction, but his perspective on what he did was so profound. I'm building America from the ground up. And it turned my eye, because it made me say, and I never forget that, because he was excited, one, about what he does, and he was good, I imagine, at what he did, and he was committed to working in that area or community. And so, so when someone asks you, what do you do? If your eyes don't light up and you don't become excited about what you do, then I don't know, maybe this is not the right career for you. but and so in what we do now, I was at a business forum, and there were professors, investors, and colleagues, and people like that in our room, and they asked me, "What do you do, Elton?" I said, "Well, I'm media, man. I make you look good even though you don't." you know and, and so the idea was that I've got to show excitement, and this is your only opportunity, one, to get the meeting you want, two, to get an opportunity to share what your profile and work might be, three, to sell them on your service. Now at the end of the day, you got to have more than that, but at least that gets you hopefully in the door. Let me set up a meeting with you to talk further about it. Now usually it's only 30 to 90 seconds, and it's an opportunity to find out what they do. So I'm just going to take a minute, and we're going to go through. And now,
yeah, let Nico give some tips on video. Okay. Nico, can you give us some tips on video? How to look good and what to say on video, and then we'll start the pitch competition.
How to look good or what to say?
Well, both.
Both.
Well, I'll start by what to say. Don't talk about
and
yourself.
introduce yourself too.
Introducing
Well,
yourself.
I'm Neko Turkanic. That's my name. My company is Lay Productions. Now, you know, I make business owners become the obvious choice. That's what I do. I hear from uh, I hear from a lot of business owners and that I should be doing video. Everybody knows that if you're posting video content and you're being strategic about that, you will get more engagement. But then people say, I don't have time, or oh, you want me to be consistent? I don't know what to say, like 2, 3 times a week, or I don't know how to do it. Never done video, and so that's what we do. We help businesses become the obvious choice for potential clients by helping them create strategic and engaging and consistent, more than anything else, video content. So that's what I do. Um, in terms of looking good, there are a few short things. First of all, where you put the camera, in front of your eyes. Don't shoot, so many people do that. Don't let the camera. You don't want the camera to be looking up your nose. And so when an event, have the camera be really in front of your eyes. Make sure that you are well lit. Don't have a very bright background behind you so you look like a silhouette. Okay, and if you can, use a better microphone. Right now I'm not doing what I preach because I'm not using my professional microphone. I'm in my laptop, so I usually wouldn't do that. But yeah, make sure that you look good and that you sound good. If you are not using a virtual background, make sure that your background is not messy. It speaks volumes about who you are. If you are like, you don't want to have a bed on your background or something like that. And some people don't pay attention. Pay attention to what you have on your background. So those are a few. There are more things, but those are a few things that you can do to improve the way you look. And in terms of what to say, I say, don't talk about yourself. Start with how you help people. People do not care who you are and what you do. And I could say that I've been doing this for more than 35 years. Nobody cares about that. People care about themselves. So always focus on saying, how do you help people? That's the main thing.
Let's begin. So let's begin with Cindy, because she's got this colorful background, to Nico.
Love that background. That's awesome.
And I think we only have a few people, so all of you can get. Now, Nico, where are you located? Are you in
New York?
I am in New York. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So make sure when you introduce yourself, you tell us your name, where you're from, make sure that in the chat we have your website and your contact information, and you're going to go with your introduction. All right, so I'm going to stop recording.